The carbon footprint is a hoax made up by people with evil intentions, and they're heading down a path of total destruction. You know, the carbon footprint was a big, big thing.
So will Labour and the other world leaders take notice of Donald Trump's warning or continue its green energy crusade? Let's talk to my panel. Political commentator Stephen Kent and Democrat strategist Malva Smith are still with me. Malva, let me come to you first.
Sure.
Are you an advocate of green policy, get rid of carbon, move to renewables?
Yes, so I worked in the Biden administration, and I think we did great work investing in the jobs of the future. The Inflation Reduction Act, the infrastructure bill, investing in advanced manufacturing, and then clean energy jobs. Trump, on the other hand, his big, beautiful bill, his big, ugly bill, is removing those tax credits. And removing those tax credits are going to lead to higher energy costs for Americans. Under his presidency, electricity costs have already gone up 10% for the American household.
It's pretty rich to hear someone from the Biden administration talk about increases in energy costs. And I think to the point of the UK, we need an energy abundance agenda. There's a lot of talk in the US right now about an abundance approach where we need wind, we need a lot of gas, we need solar, we need a little bit of everything. But right now, the left in both the UK and the US have made a decision that this vision of net zero, which is somewhat anti-human, because if you really want that, you just would have no human beings, that is more important than the comfort of consumers in their homes. The UK has dropped their energy emissions, but they have also dropped their energy usage. I've been to the UK. I would like some air conditioning, and I bet some of y'all would too.
Well, listen, we've dropped our energy consumption because the prices are extortionate again. I mean,
yeah, but it's better
that's
than
your
it's
approach.
It's better than America. The IEA estimates that over the next year, Europe's energy prices are going to stay level. But in America, they're going to go up 3 to 4% because of Trump's policies rolling back the investments in green energy. The Biden administration had an all of the above energy policy. We had the highest U.S. oil output that we've ever had, but we also invested in green energy and green technology. And because of Trump's big ugly bill, we are going to have less jobs. That's confirmed by the Congressional Budget Office. We are going to have higher energy costs, and that is what Trump ran on. He said we were going to have a better economy and lower costs, and his policies are making and doing the exact opposite.
But underpinning all of this, though, is this idea that you were going to save the planet.
I mean, I wasn't.
And you are going to destroy the planet.
And you'll notice that they don't really talk about this anymore.
Correct.
This whole idea that we were going to be dead in just a couple of years and that the world was doomed, the Democrats stopped talking about it because the apocalypse wasn't real. I'm told a lot of people today on the internet are talking about the rapture was supposed to happen, some sort of TikTok craze. Well, I was also told the world was going to be over.
Well, the rapture folks, from what I've seen on TikTok, seem to be on your side. They seem to be a little bit more on the religious fundamentalist side.
Which is exactly the religious fundamentalist energy that the left brings to the climate issue. It is a borderline religiosity about, we need to cleanse the earth of human beings that bring wretchedness and emissions.
We didn't eliminate human beings. What we did is we created green energy jobs here in America that we are losing because Trump's one big ugly bill is cutting those investments. These investments were so popular, Republicans took credit for them, specifically the Inflation Reduction Act's investments, even though they voted against the bill. And they were so popular that some of the provisions, not all of them, but some of the provisions were stayed and weren't completely axed because they know it's good for their constituents and it's good for America.
But Trump's logic is that you've got this liquid gold in the ground. This is the drill, baby, drill.
Sure.
And if you can access that, then you can power human beings into the future and you reduce the cost of their energy bills.
Energy is how we can actually connect the West again, the EU to the UK to the US. We've got to be united against some serious threats abroad, Russia and China, what have you. We actually have to unite and support one another, and for some reason the EU is still addicted to oil from our adversaries while feigning to be against them.
Let's just talk about Trump's obsession as well with what he calls windmills, what we would think of as wind turbines. I mean, every time that I've spoken to him, he wants to talk about windmills.
He really hates them.
He really hates them. And he's got a really good point because
that it kills the birds.
And they do kill birds.
It upsets the whales.
They
by
really
the way.
kill birds. The idea that they are a benevolent factor in terms of the nature and the wildlife is just nonsense.
So let's take a step back. I would say first, when it comes to energy investments, I'm much more interested in solar and geothermal than wind. But I do think wind can play a part.
But you think dead
So
birds
is the
are funny?
Trump administration.
I don't
You
think,
think dead
I
birds are
think
funny?
his obsession with the dead birds and the windmills is funny. But the reason he hates windmills is they put windmills in front of his Scotland property. He has no overarching theory on energy other than, I would say, probably drill baby drill. But he doesn't like them because it, hurt his golf course.
I'm with him on this. Like, I really do think that wind energy needs to be a part of how we think about energy production, particularly on the east coast of the United States. And taking away those resources, those credits, isn't good. We need to have an all of the above strategy.
I have to say, I share